One thing we noticed right away after moving in is the upstairs gets hotter than the downstairs. Without ceiling fans, there's not much air movement in these upstairs bedrooms. So we're installing ceiling fans with light kits. These will help move air and improve the comfort upstairs. I'll walk you through the install and show you how the light kits go on. All right guys, welcome back. This is the whole house remodel. One of the last things I have to do is get ceiling fans put up in these upstairs bedrooms. When we moved in, we noticed that it was quite a bit warmer upstairs than the downstairs. And that's pretty typical of a two-story house, kind of a production home. The HVAC systems just don't usually work as well when you're pumping all the way from the basement up to the upstairs. It's not bad, but it's definitely warmer. And what I want to do is add ceiling fans. The house did not have ceiling fans in it originally. I have these nice lights in here. These are the only lights in here, so I needed a fan with a light kit. I love MacroAir fans. I love their quality. I love their efficiency. And they came out in their Lincoln Street model with light kits. We are going to get this thing unboxed, and I am in my oldest daughter's room. She is super OCD. I'm not sure where she got that from. I got to make sure that I have this room tidied up before she gets home. So here's the light. Looks like it's, you can select 3,000, 4,000, or 5,000. So we're gonna keep it right in the middle. That's what I have all the lights set at. So this looks like this is gonna be low profile, which is what I was hoping for. Definitely won't be as light as that because that is a much bigger light, but hopefully this will put out a decent amount of light. And then these are 3-blade models. But look at those blades, man. Aren't those beautiful? Just nice, heavy duty. This fan is meant to be installed in a 2-wire installation. So if you just have a 14-2 or a 12-2 wire to your ceiling light, don't worry. This fan runs off the remote. It's got 6 forward speeds, 6 reverse speeds, and then it's got the on-off light. The first thing I need to do is I need to kill the power, and then I need to remove this light that I have up here. All right guys, so problem with this house is it has a plastic box up there that is not rated for a ceiling fan. And so what I need to do is go to the store and get some ceiling fan rated boxes. All right guys, I'm at the store. I found this. That is heavy duty. $25. Or I can get these, mount them to a 2x4 and attach them between the trusses. And they are $4.99 a piece. So I'm just going to take these, attach them to 2x4s, and then run the 2x4s between the trusses. All right, I am back from the store, and my solution is I have metal boxes that I can screw to the 2x4, and then the 2x4 can be screwed into the truss from each side. All right guys, here we are up in the attic. I got my 2x4. It's actually screwed into that truss, screwed into this truss, and then it just lined up with this spacer board, so I screwed it into that too. So this thing is rock solid. The metal box is screwed to this, got it centered and flushed with my hole. I do need to get some can spray foam and foam this, so that's nice and sealed up. I'm gonna put the other one in, and then I'll get that done, push the insulation back, and then we can continue on with the ceiling fan installation. All right guys, we are back to square one. Got the metal boxes in with 2x4s, and so those are good and solid now. So we're back to where we should have been when we took the light down. There was never any ceiling fans in here, and luckily I had the attic space. So we're back to where we can put ceiling fans up, and so I'm gonna mount the bracket, and then we'll figure everything else out from there. All right guys, we have our bracket up there that we hang our ceiling fan on. It comes with a 6-inch drop tube and a 12-inch drop tube. I made this one because I wanted it as close to ceiling as possible, and this isn't long enough. I need it to be about 1 inch longer. I'm gonna go make 2 out of this 12-inch drop tube. That way I have one for the other one, and then we will get this ceiling fan mounted. And this groove has to go in back to line it up. There we go. Black to black, white to white, grounds to ground. All right, I need a small screwdriver now. All right, you guys need yourself a screwdriver for tight spaces. And this is a 3 blade, so I only have to put 3 blades on, which is nice. I'll bet you I'm gonna have to loosen, no? Might have to loosen these others. All right, guys, right here, unbeknownst to me, I'm making a huge mistake. So make sure you stick around so you don't do the same thing, because this will definitely affect the operation of the fan. All right, so now I got this cover back on. We're gonna screw this off. All right, guys, here is the light. This is nice and sleek. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm not sure how it's gonna do for lighting because it's dropped down a little bit. These are 8-foot ceilings and it's probably gonna be about 7 foot, so it is what it is. But here's a light. You can select which light color you want. Picked 4000. Wago's pre-installed on the fan. It was pretty simple. Pull these out. You bend that little clip down. This is black. I'm gonna slide that in there. They're pre-stripped. Black to black. Neutral to neutral. Slide that in there. Snap that down. And then you're gonna tuck these up in there, which I'm not sure how that's gonna go. And there's little grooves. And slide up in there. I'm gonna line those grooves up. Turn it. And there is the light kit. All right, we have the calibration procedure. So with power supplied to the fan, you are ready to prepare and calibrate the remote fan. Hold down the 0 on the keypad of the remote until the fan begins to spin, then release the keypad. You will observe the following response in the fan. Let's go. Turn the power on, let's see what happens. All right, I think it's programming. Worked fine. All right, guys, I've installed quite a few of these fans, so I knew as soon as this thing started shaking that I had done something wrong. And if you go back to where I said I made a mistake, I put a blade on upside down, which threw the fan out of balance. This thing would wobble, and I couldn't figure out why, but I got these blades on. I don't have them on all the same. So that's, the engineer's calculations aren't going to work. I don't put all the blades on the right way, so. Make sure the hollow part faces up. I thought that's what I did, but apparently I did not. All right, now let's turn this on. This is super, super easy. This is sleek and easy, and it is amazing. A+ for this. Turn the light switch back on. Boom. That's speed 4. Speed 5. It's gonna blow the stuff off the wall. Speed 6. Look at that. Look at how it's moving. All right, guys. You can see I got this fan installed, operational. Works great, and that light is actually really bright. All right, guys. I'm going to install this second fan, and I'm going to time it to see how long it actually takes from unboxing to actually putting it up. The fan's still in the box, so let's go. Switching out the 6-inch one for the 3.5-inch. All right, we are 30 minutes. All right, guys, now that we have these lights installed with these light kits, I'm going to show you kind of how I have it set up. So in this house, obviously I had a light switch, power comes to the light switch, you turn the light switch on, the light comes on. So pretty much all of you are going to have this same kind of setup if you're replacing a fan or even new construction. You're going to put a switch in. So you can run the light off of the remote. All of the dimming comes from the remote because these will dim, but you can switch from the main light to the night light. This has a night light on it, which I'll show you. And literally how you do that is if you turn the light switch off and back on real quick, it will go to the night light function. And then you turn it off and back on real quick, and it will go to the regular function. If you want it to, say you leave the room, turn the light switch off, you're gone for a little bit, you come back on, and then the main light's gonna come back. So it's a quick on-off that switches it from the main light to the night light. So here is the operation with the remote. Press, goes off, leave for a while, come back, press, comes back on. Double press, switches to night light. All right, so if you want to dim the light, you press and hold the light button. So you just press and hold and it'll dim. You just release when you get it to the setting you want. I want this thing all the way bright, so then I'm just gonna release it, and that's where it stays. All right, guys, so the way I plan to use this is I mounted the holder right there. My plan is to use the light switch as the light switch. So the light will be on when you leave, light goes off. When you come back, light turns back on. And then as far as the fan, I can just come over here and I push whatever number I want, and that's pretty simple operation. Now that we kind of went over the light, how I plan to use these ceiling fans up here is to keep them on low settings. These are my daughter's rooms, so I want to keep it as simple as possible. And honestly, we just needed some air movement, and this is speed 1, and that is all you really need to move air. At speed 1, you can feel the air moving, it lowers the temperature, and it makes it feel really nice. So like I said in the video downstairs, I don't foresee us running these on the higher speeds, 5, 6, maybe every once in a while. For the most part, these are going to be ran on a very low speed just to circulate air in the summer, to keep the temperature feeling a little bit cooler, and in the winter just to move some heat off the ceiling. Another thing I wanted to cover is I cut these down rods down to about 3.5 inches. That's about as low as, or as short as I could get them. Still be able to slip it up over the bracket that holds the ceiling fan. but these are 8-foot ceilings, so I wanted this to be as tight to the ceiling as possible. It really does help. This light is actually high enough and it's bright enough that it casts a decent amount of light throughout the room. I was a little bit worried that the light wasn't gonna be that bright, but it's a nice LED, clean, sleek light, and it puts out a ton of light, which I'm super excited about. I think these are gonna be a great option for replacing ceiling fans or adding ceiling fans. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. These are a higher end ceiling fan. They require no balancing. Obviously, I screwed up installing this one, and that happens. That's why I shared it, so that you guys can avoid that. Hopefully you guys won't make the same mistake I did, but I've installed enough of these that I knew as soon as that thing started shaking that I did something wrong, because these things can run at high speed and they don't move. It's absolutely unbelievable. Make sure if you guys are looking for some ceiling fans, check out MacroAir Lincoln Street line. Now have it offering with light kits, which is a game changer in my opinion. But as always, we appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share us with your friends, and don't stop dreaming.